for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Crosses the 30. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bears offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Going for a big play right off the bat. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Hold. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices. Oh, look out, there he goes! And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stint of the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Stands in and takes the hit. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time. He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest, takes it in to the end zone for 6.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Finds his target down the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now, or being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Line gets set, 1st down. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The play-action fake. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Gage. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Smith. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Coming after him. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The jet sweep pass. Runs through a tackle. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air. It's Gage. He's going up top. Wide open. He makes the catch. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's dragged down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And the Bears will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Got his man quickly. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The aerial assault continues. Finds his back in the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Offense, quick tempo. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite might nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Smashes through the tackle. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On second down, wants to throw it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense. You study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. And with time running out here in the second quarter, they'll just take a knee. Down on the scoreboard, they'll try to regroup in the locker room at halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in San Antonio as we say hello from our broadcast studios. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together.
He's loose down the left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Makes it past the marker. And he's running in the open. And stampeding through the defense. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on.
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the second half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on, and they've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Leaves it with the running back. Running with power. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got it in the middle. It's Grimes. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. He's right on target. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. And the Bears have their offense in high gear. Going up top on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bears! And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Quarterback on the keeper. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. It's complete to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Baylor!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Got a lot of running room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done there.
Running it back, it's Brown. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute error. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it down the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Using his legs, it's West. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Starting to feel a little pressure. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the 6 because he got nothing after the catch. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He'll just keep slinging it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Moves around to clear up the vision. At the 45, on its way. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Marshall. He's got it. Pulls his way forward. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. He lobs one high down the left side. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he's going to bring it out. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right. Gonna let it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, and also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving him.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the ball is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. To the air, it's Marshall. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looking to pass inside the red zone. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Looking for the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Field goal is good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to pass, it's Sayin. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got it. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War.